Hey guys, we wanted to show off our brand new shirts and sweatshirts with our awesome new logos. Show them the back, baby. Oh, here's the back of mine. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. Everybody who's ordered these absolutely loves them, how soft and comfy they are. So you can show your support for the Daily Smash and the Rick and Kelly Show. The hats are just 25 bucks. The sweatshirts are 50, but you can get a bundle of both for just $65. So all you got to do is go to the Rick and Kelly Show, rickkellyshow.com, and order yours today. Hey, Smashers! Welcome to the Daily Smash for Monday, October 30th, 2023. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
We are just back from Vegas.
October 30th?
Today is October 30th.
When?
Halloween is Tuesday.
We don't even have an outfit.
We're going to get one.
Holy smokes.
I know. We never go last minute like that. But we've been so busy.
Wow.
We have some great Vegas stories for you and some great videos and photos too from the big wedding we went to and the Heather McDonald Megan Weaver reunion. We're going to talk about that. First, Ilya Wine sponsors the Daily Smash, and we want to encourage you once again to purchase your own. Have it delivered right to your front door. Use the discount code RickandKelly20 at Ilya.com and sample this incredibly tasty and delicious vino. Wonderful. And subscribe here on YouTube if you haven't yet. You wanted to apologize to Jennifer Tilly before we go any further. Did you find out how old she is?
I thought Jennifer Tilly was my age.
Yeah. She's not. She's
65. Okay, I strike that. I reverse it. I honestly thought she was my age.
She looks great.
She looks great for 65,
yeah.
Yes. But you know who else looks great for 65?
Who?
Ramona.
Yeah.
Okay, that girl is like unbelievable.
You know who looks great for 63?
You know who else looks good for 70? Christy Brinkley.
Oh.
Luann de Lesseps looks pretty good.
Who looks good for 63?
You.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's weird how people age differently. I mean, you got to get facelifts and stuff like that.
Men and women age differently too.
Women, age is not kind to women, unfortunately.
All right, so let's get to. We have a lot to talk about.
We have a lot to talk about.
Do you want to tell them about our ride to the airport when we left here on Friday? Our Uber driver, was fully deaf. And I've never had a deaf Uber driver before. And I didn't know if he was completely deaf or if he just was hard of hearing. And he missed a turn. And we're on our way to the airport.
But we're not being mean, okay? Because this is my friend who made this for me, so I'm going to wear it right now. So we get an Uber to go to the thing, okay? And this is not being mean at all, okay? So we're not making fun, but this is exactly how it went down.
Yeah.
So Rick goes, I go, just get an Uber to go to the airport.
He missed a turn.
And he's getting mad because we're kind of late.
I'm like, dude,
the guy's an idiot.
Like, you got to go left here. You got to go left. And Kelly goes,
let me tell the story from the beginning. You're like, the guy he's going the wrong way. He's looking on the app. And he's like, he's going the wrong way.
He circled our block first.
The guy's an idiot like this. So we have a bunch of like skeletons hanging all over the house, like, you know, climbing up the thing or whatever. And the guy comes around and he goes, and I could automatically see that he was deaf. Mm-hmm. I could tell right away. And I go, so I didn't say anything. We get in the car and he's going to, and Rick goes, turn left. I go, Rick, he's deaf. And he goes, well, sometimes they can hear if you yell. And I go, like that.
I didn't know if he was partially deaf or fully deaf. I was speaking loudly, hoping he would hear me and know that he missed a turn and he has to make the next left. So and finally, I tapped him on the shoulder.
And then he's like this. He goes, turn left, like this. And he goes like this, this.
Yeah.
And so
the only reason I brought it up is because we were talking later about whether. So then
I said to him, I go, how do they get a driver's license if they're deaf? The guy clearly could not hear at all, like at all.
Like and when there's a siren, a police car or a fire truck or an ambulance is hitting the siren, how do you know that there's an emergency and someone's coming? How do you get out of the way if you can't hear them?
How is he a Uber driver? Like, is there like a disability act that they have? I don't know, but how do they get a driver's license?
If you guys know, let us know. We haven't had time to look it up. I don't know. But he got us there, and we flew JSX.
Nice guy. We tipped him.
Yeah, I gave him a cash tip.
I got mad because he yelled at him. Not that he could hear anyways, but...
So we took care of him, and JSX is like semi-private. You fly out of a private terminal. You don't have to deal with the main airport here or there. When you get to McCarran, you're landing at a private terminal, and it's so much easier than walking through that massive airport.
I'm sorry, but that extra amount of money is totally worth it.
Yeah. I mean, the plane itself is a smaller, like, commuter jet. We sat together, 2 seats together, and you can get there 20 minutes before the flight leaves.
Who was on our plane? Was somebody on our plane?
Yes, going there, Scott Souter.
Yeah.
Jeff Lewis's attorney, who helped us with our pickleball battle, was in the terminal when we got there.
Yeah, with his wife Mary.
And we talked to them.
They're really cool. And they're really good friends with Jeff's parents.
And then we knew people on the flight home.
They live right here in Lido. Yeah, and then Ellen, Gibby's wife, was on our airplane on the way back.
Yeah. So I have a little video of us boarding the plane, and I mean, you'll get a sense of what it is. It's a small commuter plane, but again, being able to fly in and out of the other terminal, the private terminal, is just it's a game changer. And then, so you want to tell them the Friday night story?
Yeah. So my friend Christina, she did a lot of the housewives' makeup, and she lives right down the street. She lives next door to John Jansen. She's cool. And I got her to do Asia's makeup. She does hair and makeup. She's awesome, okay?
It was Asia husband's Ted's daughter's wedding in Vegas this weekend. So
she flies private, and she's like, hey, they're having a rehearsal dinner at Piero's, who I know, Romy and Freddie, they own Piero's. It's like an old school, like Elvis used to go there, very old school, old Italian restaurant. So I'm like, I don't want to go. So we're going to go to Delilah's. So I invite Megan and Ben, and Christina gets us a reservation there with her husband, Rob, and Rick and I.
Delilah's is this incredibly beautiful restaurant in the Wynn that they spent $40 million building. And it's stepping back in time into like the 1920s.
I'll show you a picture right here.
Supper club, like beautiful, with live music, singer, old school. Great food, like just great atmosphere.
It looks like you're back in like in Art Deco times of like 1920. It's neat. So, and they have a lady dancing in the middle. It's
tell them about before dinner.
So before dinner, I have a girlfriend named Rada Katz. Right,
I'll put her information on the screen.
All right, and Rada, I met. She was one of my first friends when I moved to San Francisco back in 2004, and I met a group of Russians I always talk about, and Rada she was a director, when I first met her, she was a director at Boucheron, which is it's a very expensive, it's like Cartier, it's like Van Cleef Arpels, it's like high end like that, right in Union Square. And then she was married to this guy named Oleg, and she has a daughter named Mia and Jolie, the same age. So when she got divorced from Oleg, my Russian friends didn't want to have anything to do with Rada anymore. But I always stayed friends with Rada. I love Rada. Uh-huh. So Rada is from Russia, and her parents escaped communism, and she moved here when she was like a freshman in high school. Very business savvy, very, very good at jewelry. So she moved into the Trump Towers. They got a divorce, and she moved into the Trump Towers because she was like, I've had enough of San Francisco, the homeless, the whole politics there.
Yeah.
So she set up shop and started doing her jewelry business. And when I tell you, this girl's got class and taste, like unbelievable. She knows jewelry. She knows everything. She looks at my ring. She goes, I can make this make like a $2 million ring. Just put some big stones right here. And I'm like, dude, you can't wear that in LA. Like here in Newport, you can. Uh-huh. But even then, like a guy just got murdered here, like we told you, right down the street, because this guy from Brea came in and stole his Rolex and his shoes.
Yeah. But she made you these necklaces.
So she made me these necklaces.
She made me a bracelet.
And
which I don't ever wear jewelry, but she made
these, right? With all these precious stones. She gives me a certificate of what they are. But she sells beautiful diamonds and everything. She has beautiful jewelry. And so she's got her store in the Trump Towers.
And she gave you something else,
So I'm just going to show you her stuff. So she gave me this. And she made Rick a bracelet. And she gave me some earrings. She gave me this little hair tie. She gave me a little hair clip. And she gave me a bottle of her wine.
And what else?
Then she gives me a weed pen and another weed thing. Okay?
A package.
A package.
I'd never seen these, but it was a package of powder that you put in a glass of water to get the effect that I guess you would get from smoking a pen or whatever.
Or drinking.
Yeah.
It's better for your body than alcohol. Okay?
So can I pick up the story from here?
Yes.
So now we go to dinner. And unbeknownst to me, I didn't even see this package. Kelly gave it to Megan and Ben.
No, you have to say that Megan and Ben stopped drinking.
They stopped drinking, and at one point Megan says, "We're California sober." And I was like, "Not if you're smoking weed or whatever." She goes, "No, that's California sober. Like, I don't drink, but I can do whatever else."
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it's not sober, but whatever. So we're at the table, and at the GM, the assistant GM of the restaurant comes over and kneels down next to me. And I'm like, uh-oh. I go, okay, what did I do wrong? He goes, no, you're good.
No. First of all, she gave me a pen. So I'm going through all my goodies that she gives me. And I see this pen, and I'm like, I look at it because I never smoke weed. But I didn't know if it was weed or if it was like tobacco or whatever.
And you're in Las Vegas.
I'm in Las Vegas, so I wanted to see what it was. It was pretty. It was pink. She said she got it at this place that looks like a museum for weed. What's it called? R13?
Planet 13.
Planet 13. And so she's like, you have to go in there. It's like the most unbelievable place in Vegas.
Yeah.
So we're at Delilah, and I just take a puff of it, right? And this guy sits down, and he kneels down between Rick and Megan.
Okay, so soon after that happened, he comes over and he kneels down.
I thought I was in trouble.
I thought I was in trouble.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, I'm so-and-so. I'm assistant GM at the restaurant. And we just found this. It was either on our table or under our table, and it was the package that had the powder in it that, unbeknownst to me, Megan and Ben had put in their water. And I look at him, I go, I've never seen that in my life. I don't know what that is. He goes, well, it's legal in Nevada, but only if you do it at home. You can't do it out in public. So I'm going to have to confiscate all the waters on the table. But I'll give you a minute. And then he walks away for a minute.
Okay.
And I look at the table and I go, hey, guys, the GM just came over and he told me that somebody put something in their water here, and if that was you, if you did, you might want to drink up because they're about to come and confiscate all the waters. And so a couple people at the table.
Well, no, he comes and he kneels down like this with a piece of paper and a pen, acting like we're in trouble, like we got written up. Like, if you do it again, you're out. Like, it was like, I felt like I was a little kid.
So then after about 30 seconds, he comes back to the table, and they take all of the water glasses off the table, and then they bring us fresh waters at Delilah. That was kind of funny.
It was hilarious. We were dying laughing. She's like, I'm already in trouble. Megan goes, I'm already in trouble. I just sit down. She's like, I'm trying to get sober here. I'm trying not to drink any alcohol, and I get in trouble. It was hilarious.
We had a great dinner, a great time. And then after dinner, we were walking through the casino, and Megan says that she doesn't ever play craps. She doesn't know how to play craps. And Kelly goes, I know how to play craps. I'll show you right now.
No, I go, I'll teach you.
Yeah.
I'll teach you how to play craps.
So we go to the table, and I give Kelly $400 for chips, and Kelly starts teaching Megan how to play craps.
And she goes, I am dying right now. How do you know how to play craps? And I go, well, I learned when I was like 19, 20. My girlfriend Lisa used to have a crap table, and then we would read books, and learned about like sucker bets. And in my 20s, we would go down to like the Casino Royale, like this dump, which was, had high odds, and the buy-ins were like $5, and you would play for hours.
Yeah,
and I
on no money.
I learned how to play and I got addicted to it. And
So I'm not a craps player. I love blackjack and I love poker, and I'm very comfortable with those games. I played craps before. I know the basics, but I don't know all like the Kelly does. She knows all the back bets and all the side bets and all that stuff. And I just know you roll. I know how to roll dice, whatever. So Kelly loses.
I lose. I have
$350
and
of the
I give
$400.
$100 to Megan to buy to play, and then I'm down to the last $50. I'm like, I give up.
Megan lost her money. Kelly lost almost all of her money, and I said, "Hang on, I'm going to win our money back. I'm going to turn this $50 into our buy. I'm going to win it all back right now." So I take the $50 in chips. And I put it down on that, whatever that line is.
He doesn't know how to play. He goes, what do I need to do?
Yep. I was kind of half kidding.
He goes, what do I need to do? I go, you need to roll a 7 or 11.
So I go, okay, 7 or 11. Bam, 7. We win. Like whatever it was, 50, 60 bucks, whatever it was. I get the dice back. I'm like, okay, what do you want now?
I go, 7 or 11.
Bam, 11. Win again. I'm like, okay. I get the dice back, and we're having a
and then it goes to 3. No, then you hit a 3, and he goes, "Is that bad?
No,
is that bad?"
No, hold on.
Right.
No, I said, "What do I do again?" She goes 7 or 11, and I rolled it, and third time in a row, I got an 11. Win again, and I look at him and go, "What are the odds I'm going to get 4 in a row?" It's like not possible, right? That I could ever get 4 in a row doing this. Dice.
No, you hit.
Bam! I hit it again.
You hit a 3 in there.
No, I hit 4. My first 4 rolls were 7s and 11s. I won 4 times in a row. We're all cheering, or high-fiving each other. And then I rolled a number. Yes. And then I was like, "Is that bad?"
He was like, "Is that bad? Is that bad?" I'm like, no. You get to go again.
And I did. And
then he goes,
I won again.
And he's like, we're like, woo! And the people are like this
at the table.
At the table, they're like this.
The crew, like they were working. There was like.
They're like this. I'm like, oh, we got the cooler over here. We got the cooler. And then
they were not impressed.
They were not. And then Rick goes, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
One bet at a time, one stack at a time. We're building back to where we were before, baby. And I just kept rolling and rolling. And I hit my number. If I had 8, I hit the 8. And then I have to hit a 7. I hit a 7. And then I got another number. I hit that number. And this went on for 15 or 20 minutes. My mistake was I wasn't boosting my bet. Now, if it was blackjack, I know to boost my bet when I'm on a winning streak. Craps, I never play. So, in the end, we won like $500 or $600. We won all our money back plus a little something. But when I finally crapped out, this other guy, the other player at the other end of the table, walks over to me and shakes my hand and goes, "That was awesome. Thank you very much."
So Rick's like, I'm on a roll. I go, let's go to bed. I go, it's like midnight already. And I don't want to drink anymore, and I want to feel fresh for tomorrow. So, because we're going to the wedding, and I just didn't want to, and I didn't want to spend any more money.
So we get up to the room, and she tells me that. I'm like, okay, but I'm like fired up. I'm hot. I'm going to go back down. I'm going to win some more. So she was like, you know what? If you want to go, just go play. Go ahead. Go play. I said, okay.
But do not come back a loser.
I said, what's my limit? She goes, 1,000. I said, okay. I go back down. I find a blackjack table, and I start winning at blackjack. And it wasn't a tremendous amount, but in the end, I think I won about $800 or $900 at blackjack on top of the money that I won at craps.
So Christina's with them, and Christina goes to the bathroom. And when she comes back, she realizes she lost a $500 chip.
Oh, yeah.
She runs
She
back.
lost one of those purple $500 chips in the bathroom.
So she's like, oh my God, I lost my $500 chip. And then Rick's like, go retrace your steps. She retraced her steps.
With her girlfriend.
And she found the $500 chip.
Her girlfriend found the chip in the bathroom.
After
After they had already left and come back and went back again, it was still there. Her $500 chip. She also won about $1,200. Mm-hmm. So we had a great time Friday night. And then Saturday we went shopping. We spent some of our winnings. We got this, not this, but I got you a couple things over there. You got some shoes.
Yes.
And then we went to the wedding, which was a blast. 400 people at the Wynn. They had this awesome band. And
she goes, Megan goes, this is a good band. And I go, it's an orchestra. It was an orchestra. They had violinists. Mm-hmm. They had horns. They had the French horn.
Like 5 lead singers.
They had the saxophone. They had the flute. They had the clarinet. They had a whole orchestra of people.
Yeah, and they had all these like lead singers. They were playing pop hits and great songs, like a cover band basically. And at one point we're on the dance floor and Kelly goes, "That singer just winked at me." And I go, "What?" "Let's see him do it again." I was like, go ahead. See him do it again. It was funny. But we had a great time. But we're almost burying the lead because this was the first time that Heather McDonald and Megan Weaver were together in the same room at the same time since they got in their big fight at our desert house a few months ago. So, would you like to tell the world what happened?
No, you tell them. You're a better storyteller.
Well, basically, everything's peachy cool. They got along great. They talked, they hugged, they hung out, they took photos together. They had a really good time together, and everything's cool.
I found it really nice and refreshing. You know, I really, really like both of their company, and I find Heather to be really fun and
she's a storyteller. I have some video of her dancing at the table. The thing is, because it's YouTube, if anyone recognizes the song, if I play the song, then we'll get flagged for it and we'll get copyright infringement. But I'm showing the video, but for the full video, we're going to put it on the Rick and Kelly Show on patreon.com, which is longer, unfiltered, uncensored, and commercial-free. So if you want to see the full video from our Vegas vacation, it'll be on this week's Rick and Kelly Show, episode 115. You have access to the whole library of our shows. Sunday.
Oh, we're going to talk about the rest of the food, what they had.
Oh, the food?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, the cake.
That was the best part.
So I had the steak, which was delicious. Okay, and so you had what, the fish?
They had hors d'oeuvres passed around, and then they had a salad and bread, and then they brought over this ravioli with ricotta and spinach.
That was delicious.
With pine nuts and like balsamic vinegar with some kind of puree on the bottom. It was fabulous.
Yeah.
And then they had a choice of fish, steak, and chicken. Mm-hmm. I got the fish. You got the chicken.
Steak was
crazy
awesome.
To get 400 people to be fed all that at one time and have it warm and good?
Yeah, I don't know how they did it.
Seriously, like amazing to me.
And buying dinner and drinks for 400 people at the Wynn Hotel was like the nicest property in Vegas, or one of them. That had to cost a lot, and the band was awesome. And then they rented out Tryst, the nightclub, for the after party.
And they had food and free
more food,
and open bar there.
Yeah.
So
a DJ.
So they cut the cake, and I think the best part of weddings is eating the cake. I love the cake.
I have video of them feeding each other the cake, and they did not shove it in each other's faces.
Yeah, they're classy.
And so they bring the cake to the table.
A beautiful white cake. I like white cake.
And it's got fruit in it.
Yeah.
And I look at this cake, I go, I hate fruit cake. And Kelly goes, that's not fruit cake. It's white cake with fruit in it.
I go, fruit cake is like what my grandma used to eat. And like it would last for like a year in one of those tins.
But I'm like, wait. It's cake with fruit.
I go, no, it's not a fruit cake.
But it's not fruit cake?
No.
I was so
I hate fruit cake.
Confused because I don't want to eat cake with fruit. I want a chocolate cake or vanilla cake with chocolate. Something chocolate and vanilla and just no fruit.
I love white
in the cake.
I love white cake with like buttermilk frosting or that cream cheese frosting, my favorite, with fruit in it. It was not a fruit cake. A fruit cake is what your grandma used to have like at Christmas time. That's fruit cake.
Yeah. Well, it
was
looked like fruit cake to me, and I didn't eat
funny.
it. So while we were walking around the casino on Saturday or Friday, I ran into this couple, and the guy recognized me, and he said, "I met you at such and such the party, whatever." He was saying the name
in Beverly Hills,
and I did not remember him. He looked kind of familiar, but I didn't remember what he was talking about.
He looked familiar
He's
to me.
Czech, and so I also had a hard time understanding exactly what he was referring to. And then the wife was like, "No, I don't think that was him. No."
But they knew who I was, and they.
Well,
didn't
I'm talking
say
about when I
anything.
met them for the first time.
Yeah.
And then if at some point in the conversation I was like a jerk and I was like, oh, well, I was on TV for, 30 years. Maybe you recognize me from Fox News. He goes, no, that's not it. He goes, it was at such and such a party. And I was like,
at Carla Woods' party.
And then I realized, yes, I did meet him at a party. He didn't know me from TV. I met him in person at a party.
Right.
And come to find out, they had met Kelly 10 years ago at another party with one of her best friends, Vivian. But anyway, I see him in the lobby, I meet him, and then we're going to dinner. The elevator stops on the floor, and they get on the elevator. So now I'm like, hey, this is the couple, and then we all started talking. They got a cabana for Sunday at the Wynn, and we joined them. And it was like the perfect day.
So then he says, I know you through my friend Vivian. Because I hung out with you at the Doheny Room in West Hollywood, I don't know.
8 years ago?
8 years, 10 years ago. And I knew they looked familiar. It just, I meet so many people.
He remembered.
I meet so many people.
Yes.
That it is, it's
you
so,
can't
I
remember
can't remember everybody.
No.
I can't. And it's not like I'm being rude or people think I'm coming off rude because I don't remember them. But I have thousands and thousands of people coming up to me.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
And I can't really remember every single person. It's
but they're super cool. Yannick and Mia, and thank you guys for hosting us poolside. It was a beautiful day. Kelly wound up getting a massage on a massage table at the pool, which was kind of awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
We got some sun, relaxed, had some good food. It was just like a chill
It was like
day.
the perfect day today.
And our flight was at 6, so we didn't have to leave there till like 4:15, 4:30 to go to the airport. And smooth trip home. And it was just a really fun weekend. Mm-hmm. Really fun. We do have swag available. If you like the Rick and Kelly Show or the Daily Smash and you want to wear your colors proudly. But we only have the hats left right now and XL sweatshirts. We're getting more in 2 weeks. They'll be here. So you can pre-order them now, or if you want an XL, go ahead and grab it, and some hats. Highly recommend it. Also, we're still doing our 2-for-1 Pickleball Partytown. So order one paddle, you'll get 2. Order one set of balls, you'll get two boxes of balls. And you just go on the website, pickleballpartytown.store, and you can order your pickleball paddles and balls. I don't have it in the news item because I didn't have time to pull one, but we'll have one tomorrow.
Well, Matthew Perry passed away, so rest in peace on that one. I mean, that's in the news.
Really,
that guy was so young.
He was 54. We
read in the news that he tried to spend He
said he spent nearly $10 million trying to get sober.
It was taking 54 pills a day.
Yeah, and that was like 20 plus years ago, 25 years ago when he was doing that. And I guess they found more pills, antidepressants, and anxiety medication, and other pills for his condition because he had to wear a colostomy bag for like 8 months at one stretch.
Wow.
He was in bad shape. And
that young.
Yeah, it's sad. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry.
Well, if you don't take care of your body and you don't put the right things in your body, things are going to break down.
Yeah.
They are. You got to take care of yourself.
You do. And there's a reminder of it.
And that painkillers, it just reminds me of, I don't understand why people entrust in Big Pharma. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't understand that. It's...
Well, a lot of people got hooked on those opioids. His problem started with a jet ski accident, and they put him on opioids, and he just got addicted to them. And he was taking a lot of pills every day, and it breaks down your body.
Yeah, and I think it forever screws up your brain chemistry.
Yeah.
All
right, well, thank you guys again for watching.
Yes, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great week. We have to go to the desert today.
On Monday, yep. And then we're going to Florida on Thursday. Also, don't forget to check out our Beverly Hills recap if you haven't yet. We got like 35,000 people who watched it already.
Oh, wow.
It's a really good show, and we'll be doing it again this coming Wednesday night for week 2 of the Beverly Hills Housewives.
But I also want to talk about that because I had somebody that is on one of those shows, I can't name names, but you know, somebody, one of the smashers here, was so nice, and they were having problems, and I said, you know, I just love having you guys. You guys give me such great advice, and I don't remember, one of you guys said, someone's rejection is God's protection. And I said that to somebody that is on one of these reality shows. And I said, you know, don't worry about if something happens. Don't worry about if you don't get picked, because these shows have done a lot of damage to a lot of families, to a lot of things. Like, you know, I'm glad I'm out of it. You know, I when I was on that show, I wasn't speaking to my mom and my brother, and as soon as I got off of it, we're talking again. You know, you see things like the Shannon Bedores, you know, they spiral out of control. There's a lot that goes with these shows that is not worth it sometimes. The family fighting. Look at, like, I mean, you can go on. Teresa Giudice and her family, the fighting. It's just not healthy. It's toxic. Kyle Richards. I mean, everybody that you see, it is toxic in some way, some shape, some form. And sometimes, you know, when you wrote that to me and I read it, it was so profound, and it was such a nice message. So thank you again for saying these things that are a wow to me and resonate with me. So like you said, someone's rejection is God's protection. So thank you again for that.
Well said, my love.
Yeah.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good day.